Hi, everybody. It's great to be back on the air. It really is. I'm Howard Reback, and the name of our show is called The Winning Hand. We have been on hiatus for about 4 months since the beginning of the new year, and we are ready for another wonderful year talking about the world of gambling and all that comes with it. Some good and some bad, but unfortunately, my 30 years in and out of casinos and the world of gambling have told me and have shown me that there certainly has been more bad than good. We are going to take a new topic every week and talk about it for about a half an hour at a time. We're going to have the odd guest on. We're going to have some theme weeks. But really, when you talk about the world of gambling, you're talking about an entire industry that somehow in the last 15 or 18 years has gone from almost backdoor and underground to a literally in Canada alone, almost a 30 billion, that's billion with a B, a $30 billion industry. And in the States, they have broken their own record. And by the end of 2010, which is only a little more than half a year away, it will be a $500 billion industry. Almost $500 billion spent on the world of gambling. I want to begin this week by just telling you who I am. It's been a long time that I haven't been on the air, like I said. It's been a few months. My story is much like many people who have gotten involved in the world of gambling, and it has not had a good ending. However, finally, when I hit rock bottom, it turned like the bottom of a roller coaster, and now life is not bad. I grew up in Montreal, middle-class family, wonderful family. Couldn't ask for finer parents. Couldn't ask for a finer brother or sister. Couldn't ask for better friends. Married my sweetheart at 18 years old. 2 incredible boys. And I mucked it up. I messed up. And we're only been on the air now for 3 or 4 minutes already. I want to start to cry. But it's part of what I did. I take full responsibility. When I have to point fingers today or in following episodes, I will. But right now, the onus is on myself. And I'm guilty. I messed up. What happened? Great childhood. Nothing happened. Perfectly normal. Perfectly happy. Always a roof over my head. I wanted for nothing. As I said, wonderful, great, loving parents, thank God, still around. Great family and friends. Just about my 18th birthday, I went to Atlantic City for the very first time. Very first time to even gamble, with the exception of going to the local racetrack when I was in my early teens for $2 here and there. And when I went to Atlantic City, I had no clue what to expect, other than I was told a hotel with gambling. And when I walked in for the very first time, still remember the name of the hotel and where it was, on the boardwalk, I was amazed. I was mesmerized. It caught me. It grabbed me. The excitement, the noise, the beauty, the noise in the machines, the women walking, people dressed beautifully, the restaurants, the room service, the money exchanging hands. The whole thing intrigued me. And I remember on my second day of being in Atlantic City, I took what they gave then. I don't know if they still do it now. I took a free half-hour lesson on how to play blackjack. And they made it sound like literally it was taking candy from a baby. How could you possibly lose? How could you lose? And we played with mock chips and mock money. And I remember we were given $25, single dollar chips, 25 of them. And after about a half an hour, I had about 60 or 65 chips in front of me. And I thought, what a way to make a living. This is silly. This is way too easy. And I've always been intrigued with the world of math. And basically, blackjack is only a game up to 21. You don't have to do, trigonometry, not rocket scientist. And I learned the rules very quickly and bought a few books when I was in Atlantic City. And I thought it was wonderful. And that's what caught me. But, how does betting $2 and $3 in blackjack lead to a 30-year off and on addiction in the world of gambling? Only with blackjack. Not that that makes it good, but that was my only game. Not craps, not Pai Gow poker, not the machines. It was blackjack. The quickness of the game, the math behind it, the fun, the high. A kid from a middle class, good family, slowly, in front of my family's eyes, and more importantly, in front of my own eyes, became an addict. And as you've heard many a time, one thing really does lead to another, and it escalated to the point where it was completely out of control. And I always use the analogy or the story about somebody who's in denial when they have a problem, if they're an addict. And my answer is the following. How could you know you're in denial if you're in denial? You can only know you're in denial when you're out of it, right? Think about it. And that's what happened in recent years when I lost just about everything that I had. And I'm not talking strictly financially. Family, friends, finances, my life basically. I was one of the luckiest guys in the world. And I say that today at 50 years of age, 32 years later, after I began gambling, I had it all. What any man would possibly want. I ran a successful clothing company. My passion was to learn how to fly airplanes. I did. I became a pilot. I had money to live nicely. Wonderful house. Wonderful wife who has every reason to be angry with me. I'm divorced now. 2 of the greatest kids in the world that anybody could possibly want. And I messed it up.